Hello everybody, my name is Crashtest and I would like to welcome each and every one of you to another League of Legends commentary. Today, we are going to be playing as Lux in the mid lane. And we have a fairly interesting team. We have your average stuff, Lux mid, Kha'Zix jungle, Wukong top. But then we have our bot lane. We have the new Soraka being played, and we have AD carry Ahri, which I'm a little hesitant on, but I'm just gonna say all right. I'm just gonna roll with this one. I don't usually play Lux, but I have been picking her up a little bit more lately. She is very fun, very strong champion who can actually dominate many team fights. But one thing that I have learned on Lux that I actually kind of underestimated in the future, and if you do want to play Lux, you should keep in mind a little bit. Her passive is actually very good for winning trades in lane. You'll probably see it here in just a few minutes when I do start doing trades with this Ahri, which she did get bullied out in the beginning there. So I can start trading her fairly soon. I'm just going to throw my E down. Boom. Get a little bit of damage on those minions. Push this wave out because I don't think that she will be able to farm too well underneath the turret. So I'm not too afraid of pushing her out a little bit. I am just going to keep that there so that she doesn't really have any choice but to walk around those minions. What I could have done there is I could have thrown my snare out because she was out of the minions, but I didn't have my E to follow up on, so I didn't want to use the mana. And with right now, I did just miss that CS, and I missed that one, and I'm gonna miss this one. So that sucks. I'm pretty sure we're gonna lose just off of that. Simple as that. Just gonna get a little bit of poke in there, and then walk up there and see if I can scare her off with the passive on her. It didn't look like I was going to though, so I kind of backed off and wasted her taunt. Just gonna throw that out, do a little bit more damage, and throw my snare. I did miss. I thought that she would come in to CS the minions rather than taking cover behind hers, but it's all good. I am a little bit less than a level ahead of her, and I'm getting a lot of free poke off on her, which is very good. And Lux is just a ridiculously strong laning opponent. Just gonna keep on poking her down. Did miss that, and bam, get the little passive proc. Little flash of light with my auto attack and do massive amounts of damage to her. It does look like Wukong was in a sticky situation, but he got out of it just fine. Rammus, I'm not sure if Rammus flashed for that, but Rammus sure did something and was able to catch up to him. It could have just been his power ball. I don't know how long he was in it. Just gonna throw that out and throw my shield so that I don't take unnecessary damage. I do believe that I won that trade, and what I'm going to do is, once my E is up, I'm gonna land it, and hopefully she doesn't have too many potions. She does have a little bit too many potions because she did back with my team pushing her off. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to drop that down and make sure that this doesn't push too heavily against me because I don't want to lose all of this CS and I don't want to tank that many minions. So I am just going to continue doing this. The reason that I kind of tanked those minions for a little bit was simply because I didn't want them underneath my turret because I don't have any sort of way of CSing them very well. I just kind of walked into that queue, so that was definitely my bad. Gonna get the passive proc to get that one, and barely be able to pick that one up thanks to the tower. Dodge the Q because I don't want none of that. And then try and do a little bit of damage here, but I am running a little bit low on mana. A normal Lux start would be let's see if this Kha'Zix is... No, this Kha'Zix isn't looking to do anything. For a second there, it looked like he was. Just gonna throw that out. Throw this out. And instantly die, but hopefully Kha'Zix will be able to pick that up. I was kind of hoping that he would have come in a little bit sooner than that. Kind of sucks that he didn't. It looks like he was going for the pink ward, though. I should have been able to see that. But I am going to pick up my Chalice, because with a little bit more mana sustain, I'm going to be able to do a lot against this Ahri. Pools don't push. It's if you guys are aspiring junglers out there, one tip from me, even though I don't jungle too often and I probably don't deserve to be giving you guys tips, but I have been playing this game for a little while. Don't push out people's lanes. Some of the times it's good because it will make the enemy jungler or the enemy laner miss some CS, but right there, he was going to be able to get back in time to get the majority of the CS on whatever Kha'Zix pushed. So all that did was set me behind. Ahri has definitely caught up to me in levels, even though I did have the advantage in the beginning. Just because of my death experience that I did give her, and on top of the minions, and she is actually fairly ahead of me now, which is not good for us. But I am just going to land an E off right there. I don't think that it hit her. I'm just going to move these around real quick. Give me just a little bit. There we go. That's just the personal key setups that I like to have. Just going to land this right there. Throw that out. A little bit of damage there. And dodge whatever I can of hers. She is doing actually ridiculous amounts of damage to me. She did pick up a Fiendish Codex, so she is going to be going for that all-in burst potential pretty soon here. Just going to throw my E out to grab those. And mark that she is MIA and heading top, because Ahri on her way. And it's a good thing that I called that, because I don't think that they were planning on backing off anytime soon. And it looks like that did help us immensely. If she gets out of this, and I don't believe she was, I could have ulted to KS that, but I really just didn't need to. And having a fed Kha'Zix is actually very, very strong for this, or for us. I'm really happy that they were listening to pings at that moment, because if they weren't, they could have gone a lot worse. I'm just going to Q into those to completely mess up the farm, and completely miss the cannon, because I'm just that good. She is winning? No, I am actually winning in farm, which is actually very surprising to me, because I have been failing at it. Just gonna throw that out, throw this out, get it all, and I don't know why, why she opted to attack that minion rather than the one I was clicking on, but all the same, I'm just gonna come over here and defend this turret, because it does look like bot lane needs a little bit of assistance. Kha'Zix should be heading down to help me, but it looks like that is just not in his job description today. Throw that out. I knew that it wouldn't hit. Hopefully Kha'Zix is ready to go in and kill these two, because that would be very, very good for us. Throw this out. I don't know why Kha'Zix. Why, Ka? Don't know why Kha'Zix wouldn't come in on that. That was actually at least one very, very easy kill. So it kind of sucks that he didn't want to go in on that. I'm just going to throw that out, get a little bit of free damage onto her, and walk over to my lane. If Kha'Zix had come into that, I'm actually very, very confident that we could have easily been able to kill them both. They were both kind of low on mana because they did just fight bot lane. So it was actually two very easy cleanup kills. Not to mention, the team was pinging for him to do it. I don't know why he decided not to to pay attention to that ping, but it's whatever. The kills would have definitely helped me though. And so I'm just going to throw my Q out there, throw my E out there, do a little bit of extra damage, not much. I'm actually getting further and further behind. But I am just going to keep on farming and hopefully I can come back into this in a little bit here. Throw my Q out there. I do have the ability now to kind of spam abilities to some extent because I do have my Chalice, which is actually really good for my mana.
I'll look into it.
I'm not 100% sure where she went, but we do have a pink ward there, so it looks like she is farming up the wraiths, is what I would imagine. I'm gonna throw this out to get a little bit of free extra damage. Throw that out. And it looks like Jace is coming in angry. Just gonna throw this, get a little bit of extra damage on her, and actually, if I ignite here, burst that down. I did miss my ultimate. Oh, I could have shielded that. I wasn't expecting the tower to actually do that much damage to me. That was completely my bad. I could have easily survived that, and I could have had to not dive that too. I messed that up. I messed that combo up pretty bad. But I did still pick up the kill, which I believe wasn't a shutdown, so that's not too good for us. But still, it was a kill nonetheless, and good job on Kha'Zix pushing that wave out. That is when you should push the wave out, is when it'll just affect the enemy lane, not your team's lane. It does look like AD carry Ari's not really working out for him. I don't know why she decided to do that. I don't think it's a very good idea. Just gonna throw my E into there. And I'm gonna shield my friend there. Face block that a little bit. And I am going to hopefully, I did see that there were 2 minions there. If there weren't, I would have happily turned and killed him. But there were 2 minions in my way for my snare to do, or not to do its job. Wouldn't have been able to hit him, sadly. But if they want to go in on this, I'm more than happy to do so. We should probably just back off, because I do need to go stop Ari. But I don't believe that she's going to be able to push down the turret in time. Yeah, I'm thinking, I don't think that we're going to be able to kill her. But we're able to push her off, and that's enough at the moment. It looks like they're coming in to try and catch someone out. But they are being caught out themselves. Just going to land a snare right there, and wait, and boop! Kill that. Because I did see that he had the blue buff on him, and I really, really wanted it. So I did kind of wait on my E to be able to pick that up. But you know what? I deserved it, damn it. I deserved it. And I'm just going to throw that on there right now. Q up there, proccing my auto, or proccing my passive in between with my autos. Proccing my passive there. Shield them both. That. And that is an easy, clean dragon. They couldn't really contest because we did just kill Rammus, which was actually huge for us. The dragon should help us fairly a lot. I'm just going to keep on poking them from the side here, which is doing us really good. And I want to see if I can get an instant or a full combo off, because if I can get my full combo off, it will definitely mean the death of somebody. Because I am starting to do some damage, and I don't even know where that shot came from, but it did kill Jace, which is not good for us. I wish that I had my team there. I don't really know for sure what they were going for. We definitely still needed them mid, and I don't know why they decided to go down towards the dragon that wasn't there. But they were able to clean it up, which is still good for us. Hopefully, yeah, we'll get out of there. So it wasn't the best of trades, but it wasn't a complete and utter loss. All the same, I was able to finish my Athene's Unholy Grail, which will be actually fairly good for me. I might have been able to kill Rammus with my ultimate, but I was kind of holding on to the hope that I would get out, which was obviously not going to happen. I just wanted it to. And I'm gonna see if I can kill this Sona. Doubt I'll be able to. But I will be able to land that off and not land the snare. Her movement speed was just a little bit too fast. So that sucks for us. All the same, let's just land a Q or an E there. Pick up that minion wave. And a snare, and this is her death. Easy kill. Between Soraka's and my CC, we really couldn't fight against it. Land this and throw this in there, and go in for the... I did not need to flash there. That was actually more of a misclick than anything, to be completely honest. I was going for the ignite onto him, but either way, we were able to kill him, which was actually a huge success for us. I'm just gonna throw that out. Easy kill for us. I don't know how Kha'Zix got that, but either way, that works for me. We got the kill. I was kind of expecting Ari to be able to pick it up, but I'm just gonna throw my E onto her, do a little bit of damage, bop that, and continue walking back because I don't want to get too far out of position here. I can easily do that, and then do that to pick up that cannon. On Lux, it is actually very good to use your passive when you're not scared of pushing the lane. It's actually not a bad idea to use your passive to to push the lane, because you do a lot of damage off of it. And I'm just gonna bop both of them. I did time my E perfectly, so they would both be hit. And it looks like this Rammus is taunting me. It doesn't look like his team was ready for that, though. I'm just going to do that, and then bam! Hit that off on them. I don't know what hit me back there. I don't know why Wukong decided to just stand and take that onslaught of damage right there. But that was my bad. I did get caught out pretty hard there. Wrecking Ball Rammus was just too fast. And I do have my Sork Boots, which should do a lot of damage for me. And in all honesty, I thought that the Jinx was lower. I didn't see her health. For some reason, I thought that she was a little bit lower, so when I did land the snare into my E on her, I thought that my ultimate would easily be able to finish her off. It's just a miscalculation on my part. And I don't know how that ward was in sight, but I'll happily take it. I'm gonna go over here and see if I can catch this dude out. I doubt I'll be able to, but that is the most obvious bait on the face of the planet. I'm not gonna go in on that. I'm just gonna help him out with that real quick. No intention of stealing that whatsoever, I promise. I promise. Just gonna wait to... Bop. I was trying to get that minion with the bop from the E. But I'm not very used to my damage yet, because like I said, I am fairly new to Lux. I'm not too new. I have played my fair share of games with her, but I am not quite used to the exact damage. Just gonna throw this out, pick up all those, and then throw this out, pick up that, and use my passive to pick that one up. And I'm just gonna have a little staring contest with this Ari right here, because I can win the trade if she does want to fight. I'm gonna land the snare off right there, and bam! Do lots of damage to her for no damage in return. And yeah, that will be that. I'm just gonna throw this out there to stop her from pushing, and actually landing that onto Sona, which I might have been able to follow up on, but I was not actually expecting that to hit, to be completely honest. I'm going to throw this up and do a little bit of damage there. And sidestep that way. It does. This Jace did pick up a Hex Drinker, which is actually very good against our team because we do have a lot of AP. Especially with the only real AD threat being Wukong, because we do have an AD Ahri. And let's be honest here, that's not really an AD threat. I don't count that. I'm gonna back and drink a little bit of water here. Sorry, my throat was getting a little bit dry. I'm gonna actually stay to help my team out. So if we can get a catch out, that will be huge for us. Don't believe that will be a full engage right there, because we didn't have Kazakhs in the mix at the time. But I am gonna ult into that, and he almost walked into it. So that would have been amazingly good for us. I'm gonna shield onto him, throw this out, and do a lot of burst damage right there. Ignite this and get the last auto off for the easy kill right there. And then throw my E, that was my E, out. And see if I can hit that Jinx, but she was moving a little bit too quick. I think she did pick up a kill and got excited. Now, I really wish that I could have gotten that farm, because if I did, then I would have been able to pick up my needlessly large rod. And actually, what I'm thinking I may do, I'm not sure if I have the damage for this right now, but I'm gonna try it. And I am getting a little bit of frame lag there. So sorry about that, guys. Just gonna tank this dude for a little bit. And easily pick that up. And that should give me enough to go back on and get my needlessly large run. Drinking a little bit more water there. My throat is starting to hurt because this is the third take that I've done for this video. And the other ones just did not quite work out. Between Fraps messing up and not recording, and myself messing up, not getting the correct... And I did just take a lot of damage. I'm going to ult onto that, because that was a very, very successful ult. And that, they dove a little bit too deep, and Soraka's ultimate, in all honesty, saved me hardcore in that fight. So good job on Soraka. And I am just going to back out, because I actually took a lot of damage that I wasn't quite expecting in the first like 2 seconds of that. Throw my shield onto him there. And land the snare. Just going to do a lot of damage onto her and easily be able to pick up the kill. That was a great taunt on Ahri. Hopefully we can keep playing like this. And coming back, obviously I am going for the Rabadons. I already have 2 components of it, and getting a little bit of frame lag there. Nothing too severe though. And I am just going to head on up into mid lane. This Jinx is proven to be a little bit of a challenge and difficult. But all in all, it should work out for us. I don't think that they know that Jinx is coming up. And if they do, they aren't very afraid of her, which is probably not the right thing, because I am very scared of this Jinx, and I'm gonna kill her with the passive right there. Wukong did unintentionally bait her a little bit into going in for that. I'm just gonna throw this out, hopefully get a little bit of that. No, I didn't get any of that CS. And I am just gonna back off of that, because I did take a lot of damage, and I'm not 100% sure what from. I think it was actually just the Jinx doing that much damage to me. She does have a Runans, which I'm not sure if I agree with that. Jinx is just better if you build her like a normal ADC. I'm not sure how Runans plays out with her, but I feel like she would be doing a lot more damage without it. She could probably have actually replaced that for even something like a Blade of the Ruined King would have been much better than that. Get a lot of solo damage. But I'm not going to be pointing that out to her, that's for sure. Just going to land my... Try and land my E right there, get a little bit of free damage. She's probably just going to lifesteal it up, so it was all for naught. But I'll take it. Damage is damage. Just gonna come down here and see if I can get the catch out on this little dude. And Jinx just does ridiculous amounts of damage right now. Completely melted through me. But we were able to pick up the Jace for it, and Jace is doing a little bit better than myself, so it was a worth trade. I'm not doing the best as far as positioning right now, but I have been able to land a few catch-outs. Just Jinx is doing such ridiculous damage to me that I am melting very fast. And her wave clear is ridiculous because of the Runans, along with her rockets. I'm not sure if they are going dragon. They already have gone dragon. I don't know why Wukong is calling for a dragon when dragon is down, but I guess he just really needs that 150 gold. No, I'm gonna run down here and see what I can do to help out with this situation. Soraka and I should be able to handle this. Land that off and kill that. And throw my Q to kill that one. And I don't have my Q up, so I'm gonna be fairly careful in this. Throw my E to make sure that they're not in there. And see if I can catch this Jinx out, because if I can catch this Jinx out, the payoff will be huge for us. That and ulti onto that, and bam! That is one dead Jinx. That was a huge catch out for us. That should help us out quite a bit. Great job on the Soraka with all the help there. And I don't know exactly what had happened up at top lane, but it does look like we were successful in killing Jace, and Jace for Ahri right now is actually an alright trade for us. My auto did stagger there, which did cost me the minion, but I am just gonna take this turret. And flash. I was hoping that I could flash before she used her last dash and stun her so that she couldn't dash onto me and I could get to my Soraka. But unfortunately, that was obviously not the case. And now I'm just going to pick this up. A lot of people like to build Sheen first item, but me personally, I like to get the burst, especially for someone like this Jinx. He is definitely going for the catch out, which won't work. Definitely against someone like this Jinx, though, where I need the extra range. I'm not sure if I can get in that auto attack range to be able to kill her. So I definitely am going to be going Rabadon so that I can do massive amounts of poke from the back line. I was able to pick up the tower, though. Unfortunately, my flash is down. I did kind of waste it. But nonetheless, it was a life for a tower. Sorry, guys. My getting a little bit of heartburn there. I'm just going to take a drink of water. Much better. And that could be a pretty hefty little catch out we got there. And bam, just like that. I did do massive amounts of damage to their AD carry. And I'm going to snare both of them and E for that. Get my passive proc onto this. And I think my auto staggered. I'm not 100% sure, but that was a 4-for-1 exchange, which was actually very, very good for our team. So we are easily going to be able to push down this turret. And once we do so, we will probably head up top to get that turret. Or let's take one more turret here. I think we can do it. I'm not sure why the tower focused onto me there. Land my... Wow, she melted very fast. Much faster than I thought she would. And let's see if we can keep up the pressure, because if we can keep up the pressure and kill them as they respawn, that'll be great for us. I'm just going to proc that. Stun him, because I don't want anything to do with that. Or snare, sorry. Throw my E out so that I can just kite them back a little bit more while doing a little bit of damage. Throw my Q again. Just keep on kiting them back, because the longer I can kite them, the better it will be for us. And we could probably get a catch out here. I don't know how that taunt really hit me, but either way, not too bad for us. Going to do massive amounts of damage there and be able to pick up a triple, because I was able to kite their team and they were going a little bit too deep for me. We're able to pick that up. And now I am just going to back and pick up my Sheen. And next item will probably be a Zhonya's, because I am doing a lot of damage. It will be... And Jinx is doing a lot of damage, so it'll be very beneficial for me to get a little bit of defense. And unfortunately, it looks like they were not successful in being able to take down that turret, because Jinx did back off of that. And so I am going to see if I can go help them. Because I am to a very, very powerful point where I can instant burst this Jinx, and this Rammus is just moving it, going into the freaking Indy 500 over here, booking it out of base. And I'm gonna see if I can go help my team, because I do not want them to get caught out here. One catch out can be the turning point in a game like this. Just gonna land that and throw my ultimate there. Not quite able to kill her, but I was able to do a ridiculous amount of damage to her. Throw this down until I can bop onto all of them. Throw down my Q to stop their assault. Throw my E to see if I can get a little bit more damage off on them, which obviously was not the case because my team decided to go kill them all. So, gonna be able to pick up all of those kills. And although I wasn't able to pick up the Jinx, like I was saying on that catch out, although I was not able to pick up the Jinx and was unsuccessful in the fact that I was not able to kill her, I was successful in the fact that I did do a lot of damage to her and forced her out of that fight, so my team could win that very, very safely. Wish that I could have gotten that blue, because the blue would have been very, very good for me, because I am doing a lot of damage and able to kite them back so well. It has been a very good game so far. If I can keep landing my combo off on that Jinx, eventually, first off, I'll become strong enough to kill her in one shot. And secondly, I will be... Or Jinx won't be able to be in the majority of these fights in the first place. So I'm just going to ult right here. Boop! And somehow I was not able to pick that up. But I am just going to throw this right there. And if she... And there is the ignite for the kill right there. I was scared for a second that it wouldn't be able to pick it up. It was good on him to back out of that a little bit. I don't know why he's calling for minions being OP. I did ignite for him, but he doesn't need to know that. Whenever possible, you don't want to give them knowledge of your summoners. So that is why I am not going to tell him anything on that. Obviously, that was a waste of Q. I didn't realize that, I think it was Soraka's Q actually that gave us vision on that. Which I didn't realize actually gave vision, so that's way cool. A lot of people have been actually calling that Soraka is OP and all of that. But I think that the thing is, when a new champion first comes out, no one's really going to know how to play against them. So obviously they are going to be very strong. I'm just going to land my Q there because it doesn't cost me or my E, sorry. It doesn't cost me a lot of money, or mana, again, sorry. Well, it doesn't cost me any money, so I guess that's the truth as well. I'm just going to stay alive, because if I can stay alive in this fight, we'll be able to do massive amounts of damage and be able to clean this up. And there's the Penta onto the Jinx, which is very not good for us at all. Ahri was able to force me out of that fight a little bit. I don't know why my team didn't help me peel Ahri off. Probably the best response that they could have done was peel Ahri off of me so that I could land my combo off onto Jinx and kill her. I'm actually very confident that I could have killed her if I had been able to be in that fight. I'm just going to pick up Home Guards and see what I can do to defend the base. They aren't going to be able to pick up anything off of that besides possibly Baron, which is probably where I'll head. It doesn't look like they're going for Baron. Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like they're going for Baron, but we might be able to. I'm just going to run up here and throw my E into this minion wave to be able to pick that up, because that is a lot of fun that I desperately want. I'm just going to let that be taken by the Soraka Q and go help with the Baron. This should actually be a fairly free Baron, especially now that we know it's not warded with two what are their names? Sorry. Two Sweeperlings. That's what. Going off onto it. And that was a very, very free Baron. That should be able to help us fight this Jinx easily. And I am going to take this blue because that will be very huge for us. Thank you. Just going to give him a little TY. Because if I can get blue, then I can do a lot of damage in these fights. And I am going to pick off a little bit here. Use my E as soon as possible because I did whiff it. I don't want it to be off its cooldown. And see if I can help my team in any way. They know that we have Baron, so the smart response from them would be to back off for a little while. But hopefully with this Jinx getting a Penta this game, she will be a little bit cocky and a little bit too far out. And I can burst her down. Either way though, I am just going to try and stay safe. We have been seeing glimpses of people off on the side. And I hope that a Rammus doesn't come rolling in. And speaking of which, I am just going to go over here and ward that because I am actually very scared of that. Because that does seem like what could very well happen. And we do have vision on Rammus now. And it looks like they are going in for us, and I'm just going to burst down this Ahri, do ridiculous amounts of damage to them, land my snare off onto the Jinx, and that should be game. Let's take this down. And by then, the minions will be there, and with Sona only up to defend, that is most definitely the game. Just going to throw my snare right there, and do some damage to this turret. Gonna burst her down real quick. And that is definitely game. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, then be sure to leave a like down below and subscribe to join me for more videos in the future. And until next time, I have been Crashtest, and I'll see you guys later.